Good morning and welcome to the court's January 2025 swearing-in ceremony. Please keep your audio muted throughout the ceremony. If you wish to follow the speaker, you may want to set your view to speaker view. Mr. Julio Castillo, Clerk of the Court of Appeals, will now offer opening remarks.
Thank you, Ms. Farmer. Can you all hear me? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Can you still hear me? I'm having some problems with my audio, but hopefully, can you hear me?
We can hear you, Mr. Castillo.
Okay. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the first swearing-in ceremony for 2025. So congratulations and welcome. The other thing I want to reinforce what Ms. Farmer said about you keeping phones on mute. The last thing I will say is that when I administer the oath, I will use the word swear. If any of you object to using the word swear, you can substitute the word affirm in its place. And now I turn it back to Ms. Farmer.
The courtroom clerk will now open the courtroom.
All persons having business before the Honorable Associate Judge, now presiding over the District of Columbia Court of Appeals, draw near and give your attention. God save the United States in this honorable court. This honorable court is now in session. Please come to order.
The Honorable Judge Shanker will now offer introductory remarks.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Vijay Shankar, and I'm an Associate Judge of the District of Columbia Court of Appeals. On behalf of all of my colleagues on the court, I am pleased to welcome you, the prospective new members of the bar, as well as your friends and families, to our first virtual bar admission ceremony of 2025. Generally, when I come to court to hear cases, it is a serious and sobering affair. So it is a pleasure to preside over a joyful occasion like this swearing-in ceremony. I can happily inform you that by the time we finish here today, you will all be prevailing parties. The Court of Appeals is a relatively new court. We were created by Congress in 1970 to review appeals from the district's trial court, the Superior Court of the District of Columbia, as well as appeals from DC administrative agencies. The court created the DC Bar, and it is our duty to oversee its members, including to rule on motions for admission of new members. Today, that motion will be made on your behalf by Ms. Ilea Welch, staff attorney for the Committee on Admissions.
Good morning. On behalf of the Committee on Admissions for the District of Columbia Court of Appeals, I, Ilea Welch, staff attorney for the Committee on Admissions at the District of Columbia Court of Appeals, move the admission to the bar of this court, the applicants whose names appear on the attached list and who have satisfied the requirements for admission to the bar of this court. On behalf of the Committee on Admissions, I certify to the court that these applicants possess the necessary qualifications for admission to the bar. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Welch. While it may appear that I'm giving this motion only cursory review, I received the motion before today's ceremony, and I know that the Committee on Admissions has devoted a great deal of time to your applications and would not have put you on this list if anything were out of order. So I am pleased on behalf of the court to grant the motion to admit today's candidates as members of the DC Bar. I will now recognize Mr. Castillo, our clerk of the court, to administer the oath.
Thank you, Judge Shanker. Please rise and raise your right hand. Please stand and raise your right hand. I state your name.
I, Trannick Boyadjian,
Penhot Harvey.
Do solemnly swear that as a member of the bar of this court,
solemnly swear a member of the court,
I will demean myself uprightly and according to law.
I will demean myself rightly and according to law.
And that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America.
And I will support the Constitution of
the United States of America.
Please be seated and congratulations. And I turn the mic over now to the judge.
Honorable Judge Shanker will now give judicial remarks.
Thank you and congratulations. It is a great honor to be the first to officially welcome you to the DC Bar as new attorneys. While our jurisdiction covers one of the smallest geographic areas in our nation, the District of Columbia Bar stands strong as the largest unified bar in the United States. Today, you have joined a community of over 110,000 people who practice in all 50 states and in over 80 countries across the world. This means that virtually anywhere you go in this nation or this world, you will find fellow members of our bar. You should be genuinely and unabashedly proud of yourselves. It is a tradition at these swearing-in ceremonies for the presiding judge to make some remarks. And while I do not intend to drone on about the many lessons I've learned throughout my 2 decades of practice, I would like to give you 3 pieces of advice as you embark on your legal journey. First, always maintain the utmost respect for yourself, your colleagues, and your profession. Second, never lose sight of your purpose. And third, celebrate your victories, no matter how small. I'll start at the beginning with the lesson that I think is more relevant to the newest generation of lawyers than ever before, and that is to maintain the utmost respect for yourself, your colleagues, and your profession. As a licensed attorney, you are now a member of one of the original learned professions. Back in the Middle Ages, there were only 3 professions: the ministry, medicine, and the law. Each of these professions held great power over the vital areas of the lives of the people they served: their spiritual well-being, their physical health, and their rights under the laws governing their life, liberty, and property. Society looked to them for guidance, strength, and leadership. Though the list of honorable professions has expanded throughout history, the importance of and responsibilities held by lawyers has stood the test of time. Perhaps now more than ever, lawyers are under the white-hot spotlight of public attention and at times societal scrutiny. That is why it is critical to always conduct yourself in a manner that earns respect and inspires confidence, whether inside the courtroom or in your personal life. Now, I recognize that this is sometimes easier said than done, especially in the widespread age today of social and other media, and in the area of burgeoning artificial intelligence. As we have witnessed in the news, however, one minor shortcut or impropriety can do incredible damage to your reputation. Our DC Bar takes pride in its reputation for civility and professionalism, and it is my sincerest hope that each of you will work to uphold this culture. Therefore, I implore you to guard your reputation, act with integrity in everything that you do, and be courteous to each other as we go about our profession. As the saying goes, practice with a sharp mind, not with sharp elbows. It is vital to your success in both your professional and personal life, and will stay with you wherever you go. My second piece of advice, as cliche as it might sound, is to never lose sight of your purpose in the legal field. As you all know, there are endless ways in which you can use your legal skills. You could work at a private law firm, affecting the business affairs of people across the country and the world. You could serve in government as a legislator, drafting the laws of our land, as an advocate, promoting the implementation of those laws, or even one day as a judge, clarifying what is and what is not the law. You could work in another public interest field, advocating for equality and justice for people of all backgrounds. Or you could even use your knowledge of the law in a non-practicing capacity, serving as a politician, professor, commissioner, business executive, trustee, and so on. My point is that there is no one way to be a lawyer, and at the end of the day, what matters most is that you are finding purpose and fulfillment in whatever you choose to do. Throughout my decades in practice, I have met attorneys who enjoy every second of their legal careers, and I have met attorneys who have worked for years with discontent. Contrary to what you might assume, the difference is not where these attorneys worked. The difference I've found in the quote-unquote happy lawyers is that they have intentionally taken the time to use their skills for something meaningful to them. For many of us, that fulfillment can be found in donating our time and services to pro bono work, something that I implore each of you to do on a routine basis. Doing pro bono work serves a critical need in our community, develops your skills as a lawyer, and provides personal satisfaction. For others, it means using your legal skills to improve the state of the law in your area of expertise. For all of us, however, it means making a conscious choice to follow your purpose. I won't lie to you, being an attorney is at times full of long hours and hard decisions. But if you keep your purpose, your reason for becoming a lawyer, at the forefront of your mind, it will carry you through the hard times and you will have a rewarding career. The third and final and related piece of advice I will leave you with is somewhat unconventional. I encourage you to celebrate your victories, no matter how small or trivial they may seem. While some of you are experienced attorneys new only to the DC bar, many of you are young lawyers coming straight from law school or a clerkship. In these spaces, there were ample opportunities for accolades and awards, grades, and the like. In the real world of lawyering, there are significantly fewer opportunities for formal, positive feedback and recognition. I have found, however, that such acknowledgement of one's accomplishments is not only vital to help a young attorney realize that they are on the right track, but also personally gratifying and helpful in making the difficult moments more worthwhile. So I encourage each of you to practice career self-awareness and to allow yourself to be proud of the work you are doing. Seek out challenging new experiences and be proud of yourself when you are able to surpass difficult feats. Whether it is drafting a brief for a senior attorney and only receiving minimal edits back, having your first stand-up experience in court, even if it is only a 5-minute status conference, reaching a favorable settlement for your client due to your mediation skills, or any of a host of other quote-unquote small victories, I encourage you to take a moment to be proud. In our profession, it is often easier to dwell on the moments when we falter rather than those when we rise to the occasion. And remember, no victory is small for the client you are serving. I therefore advise you, whether it be in private or shared with a colleague or a loved one, take the time to recognize the things you are doing right. Now, as this ceremony comes to a close and in the spirit of celebrating your accomplishments, I want to once again give you a heartfelt congratulations on satisfying all the requirements necessary to be admitted to the District of Columbia Bar. Now, go out, act with purpose, and make our world a more just and equal place. Thank you, congratulations, and good luck. And this concludes the swearing-in ceremony.
This honorable court is now adjourned